look, it works. Wow, what fun. Anyways, hello everyone. I know this looks incredibly simple, and you may be wondering what this rude menu here is. It's just the chapter select menu. But anyways, yeah, we're going to be attempting to beat Puppy Playtime in its entirety without running and jumping. Right now we're on chapter 1, and that there is impossible. I will show you exactly why by doing that first. Yeah, we're not jumping, we're not running. There's no items in the inventory for some reason. Anyways, look at this. At our speed or less. And what is yeah. Oh yeah, you may as well do some audio balancing. At this point, it is safe because Huggy isn't yet chasing you right now, but now he is. You just have to hope you're lucky. It's not like you have much to do anyways, since you will always be going. That is the reason you can't win. That is the exact reason with no jumping, no running isn't possible. You can't beat that section without running. But if it were to exclude running from there and just do no jumping, then it is fully possible. But otherwise, we will show you the entire rest of what Chapter 1 can do. What you can beat Chapter 1 without running and jumping. Here, the very first area, which we obviously know. There's no reason to visit the gift shop, because that's pointless and can very easily be skipped without glitches, because we just know the combo by hand. Yeah, we can very easily get the tape and put it in without much. And yes, you can skip tapes. That's just a feature. If you're wondering if it would ever be possible to beat the game without the use of the grab pack, I'm gonna just outright state it, no, you need the grab pack to beat Puppy Playtime. After all, it's literally the core mechanic the game was advertised with. Oh, and y'all still allowed to crouch, by the way. Rule set. Wait, why is it toggle? I want it hold. Gameplay. Hold. Here, if we just walk over, we can open that and simply get on through. Wrapping the cable around as if it's normal. Nothing special. And yeah, and if you're wondering if Spiff has covered covered the whole challenge before, he's aware that sprintless is entirely impossible, because at some point it was trying to beat the entirety of Puppy Playtime blind! Well, the entirety of Chapter 1, that is. He never did the entirety of Chapters 2, 3, and 4. Here is where the most interesting part of it here is. Batteries. It's either you want precise timing, or you just don't care. Here is where we'll choose an FPS limit of 60. Why 60? Well, that's because it logically makes sense, considering that's the frame rate all the console versions of this game run at. Yes, console versions. They run at 60, not the frame rate of Chapter 2, which is 30. Oh no, we can't clear that, but anyways, let's pick up this battery, drop down, and look for more batteries. There ain't much. And oh look, a battery right here. What? Why were they all there? How the hell? That's actually astonishing. Here, we are done with that. Now we go up again without jumping and sprinting, using only the grab pack and our movement. If we were to put in the batteries now, it wouldn't let the thing drop the thingy, then we would need to do a box setup in order to get across to behind it. Which is a thing you can do so that you can beat that. But if you know timing, then by just being ahead, then you already don't need to do it. Here, if you're already there and such well on it, then you can pick up the red hand and very immediately start using them so that you can in fact go through there. Here, this section is nothing much. And I literally mean nothing much. It's either you can do it normally, or you can do it glitched. If you're wondering, exclusive to this version of Chapter 1, I don't know if it exists in Chapter 2 or not, is this. The power symbol thingy staying on for some reason. Which allows us to do that. Here, we're not moving. The game is moving it for us. We can't move. Should probably get a keyboard map on the screen, I think. But then again, it'd probably be easy to tell. Here, this is the section where everything goes normal. Normal, like you can beat it all normally as is. Until a Huggy chase, which we proved from the very beginning of the stream is impossible. Because you need to sprint just to escape Huggy. Funny enough, I have some lore theories on why Huggy's trying to do that, but That's not going to be a discussion for this stream, since we're trying to do a challenge. Not discuss the lore of Bobby Playtime in full detail. But it is something. Here we can fall down because for some reason in this version they made it so touching the ground is no longer just funny. Here you can just... That's it. You have to wait for this, which we already know is a tedious process to have to wait through. Because yes, but hey, you can see that these move and what? By the way, fun fact, I recently played a game called Repo. It's basically another one, a Lethal Company kind of like game, like all the others you would have find. Except that the enemies are kind of like emotional. Yeah, it is something. Again, it doesn't have a defined quota system. It only has days, since the quota is the day. And there are multiple maps, but instead of you not being aware of what it is before you go in, you're fully aware of what you will go into. Which is actually quite interesting. It would probably make for a good solo run. But I don't know if it could compete with other stuff. This stuff, but it's nice having it in the back in case I ever get... Oh yeah, by the way, my copy was gifted by Mushimao, who you may be familiar with for being somewhat of an important person here in the Discord server and all other stuff. I am quite good friends with him. Yeah, we know the Huggy Chase is impossible, so instead of just showing you the Huggy Chase with sprinting, which, well, just means normal gameplay, we're just gonna skip right to the Catwalks room, where we're already done. We're done with our Huggy Chase. Because, yeah, did I mention how easily you could skip stuff? Wait, why does it bring us all the way there? Oh, and yeah, well, you can just walk. We come to the rest of the game, which is just walking. Funny enough, apart from sprinting, you could do the same thing without much as well. Also, you ever just had a thought? Any percent all tapes is possible. Like, it just is. You may be wondering, well, what about, like, what? Of course it is. You like down badge, right? I know, on this version, which everyone calls 1.3, I call it the Halloween update, but if you know the game in a bit more detail, you most likely want to call it the console version, because this is just an outright port of the console release of the game. I know, I played the version released on PS4, yeah, I have a PS4 version of the game. Also have the PS4 version of Chapter 2, which I actually discovered runs at 30 FPS, unlike the PS5 version, which I never play because I don't have a PS5. But it is really interesting to know that, yes, Chapter 2 on PS4 runs at 30 FPS, and therefore, you can do hyperspeed swings on it.
You opened my case.
I am not kidding. You can do that. Here it's very obvious that that Chapter 1 you can't do it. But the interesting bit is all the other chapters. Oh, but I'm gonna go to the toilet. You'll look at a blank screen while you wait. welcome back. Anyways, let's launch chapter 2 now. Obviously, you think it'd be like the Halloween update, like that we all would have known, since that version isn't that bad if you look at like controller stuff. Except that, you know the day where I was just playing through the Poppy Playtime chapters, and like I showed Case the new toys update for that, not going much again. Now that's the current version now. They just replaced the current version with this. Why? Why'd they downpatch the version on Steam? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. Why did they do this? Commonly referred to as 1.1, the new toys update patches out some speedrun skips. What in the actual hell? Just what? Now, it actually makes sense for me to do the new toys update so you have a bigger understanding of how much of chapter 2 you don't actually need to sprint fully on. Wait, is fog working? Oh no, fog isn't. Fog isn't working. You could tell because of the effect. Because why does fog sometimes just not work? I don't even know. If you're wondering, Chapter 2, to this day, is still built on older frameworks of Chapter 1. The speed there was gained from what's known as a hyperspeed swing, where you can, and I kid you not, gain a lot of speed from simply mashing the button that you'll hold on to the grapple hook by, and doing it, and by mashing it, the current swing momentum will be utilized to outright, and I kid you not, give you a big boost of speed. Lower frame rates make this not only easier to do, but faster as well. It's just that you need to be in the air for it to work. And we're not in the air, so well, yeah. Maybe we're wondering, oh no, this thing's not going to allow. Why was that the most perfect angle? Why? Why was that, out of all things, the most perfect angle?
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I was just...
You may be wondering if this area is possible to beat without jumping and or running, but yeah, it's not that hard. Remember, where you're looking affects your grab pack's position in the real space. Because your grab pack is a 3D object that things come from.
I was stuck in there for
If it's
so
held
long.
on, it will be up
I'd like to pay you back.
or down.
There's a train station nearby.
That is up,
I haven't. We're gonna get out of here.
and that is down.
Soon.
Simple
Get on
simple
up here.
explanation. Yeah, we do that so we can get up, because remember, that is a powerful mechanic. They changed the swing system to be more or less not really that, and make it more bearable at 30 FPS. Specifically because at some point they were going to make console versions and knew that the PS4 and Switch versions were going to run like shit. And by that, by always run at 30 FPS, no question. Like, just why? What kind of predicament is that? Like, why?
Listen,
If anyone's in
I'm going
if anyone
to
in
trust
here is
me.
in chat, What would you rather see? This version, the new toys update, or the Halloween update? Also, fun fact, I tried to see if I can make a native Windows version of the Nintendo Switch release of Chapter 2. You may be wondering how I would do that, and it would not be that hard. If I knew what the correct settings for everything were. Yep, that ain't hard to do. Heck, there's an easier method to do so by just pulling on both, moving there, and then moving there. That lets you do it much quicker, and is what runners do if they don't outright skip the power section. Here is where a funny comes. Oh, you want to shoot you right? Oh, you want to use this red hand scanner that's just ominously above this long hallway that totally isn't ominous at all. Yikes! It gets pulled! And, yup, it gets ripped off and you no longer have a red hand.
Isn't this exciting, Poppy? Very exciting, Mommy. Mommy heard that Miss Poppy...
Oh yeah, by the way, the red hand doesn't return until Chapter 4. There is no red hand in Chapter 3, ever. Chapter 1 has a red hand because it's the first hand, second ever hand you get. In the first ever right hand. Chapter 2 has it because it directly continues off of Chapter 1, which is what all the chapters are supposed to be, continuing off of one and another. And Chapter 3 doesn't have it, since you continue with the green hand, green hands there, but you keep the grab pack 1.0, but until you reach the gas production zone, where you get the grab pack 2.0, and therefore a purple hand, which allows you to do a funny jumps thing, but it also lets you continue to use your green hand, as you now have at that point the ability to switch hands, which is kind of a necessary thing if you're gonna have multiple hands to begin with. And keep in mind, you don't get like a flat hand in Chapter 3, which instead of functioning like a normal grab pack hand, it's just a gun. You know, something, you know, a gun that shoots flares. Yeah, that's literally all it is. It's literally the reason why it's one of my favorites.
We've got 3 super duper fun games to play. These little tests show us just how crazy strong and smart you are. Follow Mommy Longlegs down the stairs, and we'll start by playing Musical Memory. See you in a bit.
Why does it take a while? I don't know if the length's always the same or if they like made it longer or what. Why's my hands go through that sign? I know it has collision. I know it has. Because if you were to jump on it, you will be able to collide with it. Because starting with the new toys update and on, you have the ability to collide with that sign. And if we just progressively move forward from here, there's nothing much that requires sprinting or jumping. In fact, Chapter 2 total may show a very different perspective on if you can do it or not. Oh, you can see why having broken fog is better than having normal fog. It lets you see in monochromatic dark. Sure, it doesn't mean you see textures, but you can see the shapes of literally everything enough to know how to navigate things. This, however, doesn't help at all with it. Not at all. Here we can slap the button. Ooh, a tape. Let's put it in. I hope it's a fun watch. It's actually a tutorial for the green hand. It tells you how to use your green hand. And where you can shoot with green power outlets, although it works with regular ones. It holds electricity for 10 seconds. That idea of it being 10 seconds is never kept. It got changed in chapter 3. In fact, keeping it held at a power outlet also wasn't kept at all. It was changed. That was changed in chapter 3, and where once you put your hand there, it goes bloop, boarding back to you. And remember, the green hand was built for the 1.0 grab pack. Oh, and you still couldn't at the time switch your hands, because there was no hand switching at the time. And also, funny enough, one thing I've noticed between chapters 1 and 2, well, just chapter 1 in general, where do you get your second cannon? You know, the one for your right hand. Like, where do you get that? Because if you were to look at the grab, if you actually were to look in detail, the grab pack in chapter 1, like, while it's still in its containment area, you will notice that there is no second cannon. Only one cannon is there. The cannons being the things that like hold your hands so you can shoot them. You know, a perfectly normal thing to have. Of course, out of all things, you can climb on top of this. You know, the most useless thing to have exist. There's no reason for it to exist. But it does. And hey, I put it in. Fun fact, there's only an animation for the blue hand of you holding the green hand paint. There's only an animation for the blue hand. If you do it with the green hand, then it doesn't do anything. Like, it just shows its default state. And what? You could do that over. What? Why? I'm so confused. What the? What has no collision here? Oh, it doesn't have, oh, it has collision, it's just that does a weird shoot angle thing. That is a very common bug that I've noticed. If you shoot, I've noticed that's exclusively with the first 2 chapters. If you shoot at a specific angle, your hands will shoot at the wrong angle. Completely normal bug to have occur. Anyways, let's put a hand here and notice how it stays. That is a very critical thing to keep in mind, because you eventually will abuse that mechanic in order to go through it more efficiently. A later section. Musical memory. Nothing special about musical memory, other than Yeah, in the new Toys update, you still didn't have the ability to skip these sequences.
Welcome to Musical Memory.
Although,
This advanced
starting
memory
with
and
the
cognitive
Halloween update,
recognition
you
test
can
is
skip
designed
it.
to stimulate
By a big
several
button to the
segments
right
of
that's
the
just
brain,
there for some
allowing
reason.
us
Like,
to see
why?
how quickly and efficiently your brain
That's
works.
what I want to know.
A
I'm
sequence
someone
of
who
colors
knows
will be shown,
Unreal
and you
Engine.
must recreate the
I know the
exact
game
sequence
engine that this
using
game
the buttons
runs
around
on.
you.
Specifically the version that
Bunzo
Chapter 2
will
runs
slowly
on,
lower
which is
towards you. When you complete a color
4.27.2,
pattern correctly, Bunzo will rise back up.
which is not
When
hard
you input
to
a pattern
develop in.
incorrectly, Bunzo will lower towards you faster. If Bunzo
In
reaches
fact,
you, your test is over.
it'd probably be
The
somewhat
test will
easy for
become
me
more
to just make
difficult as it
a
continues,
mod for it,
with
but
longer
there's no
patterns
reason for me
in
to
quicker
do
succession.
so.
That's all. Good luck.
Here, Mummy Longlegs just does her thing, you know, slapping on the window, no question. You know, just a big old slap.
Excited Bonzo must be. It's been such a long time since he's been able to play.
I just had a thought. Would it be better to have auto stop not be enabled so that whenever I need to like go to the toilet or something, it'd be easy to just stop the stream temporarily entirely instead of leaving you hanging while the stream is on? So that those who are watching the VOD later would not have to deal with it.
Green, yellow, blue.
Wow, an actual, wow, all 4 buttons in one sequence, wow!
Blue. Round 2. Red.
Here,
Red.
something new gets introduced. You'll know what it is soon enough.
Red, blue, red, red. Red, blue, red, red, blue. Red, blue, red, red, blue, violet.
Yeah, they add a new color for some reason.
Round 3. Red,
Here, they start adding more colors.
red, green, white. Red, green, white, green.
Oh yeah, did I?
White, green, orange. Red, green, white, green, orange, violet.
To be honest, do you still think
Round 4.
keyboard and mouse is best for playing the game since you can turn... oh, this is my favorite out of all.
Blue jay.
You'll know why. It's a Blue Jay! Blue Jay Heart.
Heart.
Blue Jay Heart is my favorite for a reason.
Blue jay, heart, green. Blue jay, heart, green, 5.
There's a reason why this is my
Heart,
favorite.
5, orange.
Now, orange, even though it's red, this is the final round, aka not a round. There's more buttons on here and all, well, yeah, there's supposed to lift up, but an extra button that spins appears, which you're supposed to hit. Doing this ends the game. There's actually 2 ways to skip that sequence.
For doing such
It
a
abuses the
splendid
vents
job.
there that you normally go through, but it's not loaded at all before it ends. So you like go through, So like go through it,
Mommy
and then
was
if you're
hoping
doing
the
the
game
hard
would
way,
last a little
you need to hope for the vent
It's
to
okay,
like
though.
warp you up
Mommy
as you fall, pressing the button. The easier one just involves, and I kid you not, yes, and I kid you not, using the bunzo cutout from there over to help. Here, since we aren't sprinting, we aren't given sprint stuff. Because yes, you can enter this vent while sprinting and continue sprinting in the vent. Just like the one sequence in Chapter 3. But that isn't relevant here really because we are not sprinting and we're not going to sprint because that's part of the challenge rules that we've set up. Here, this section, we have to take stairs because you can't just climb those. Hey, at least you can walk up those stairs easily. But you can't skip the sequence because you can't go on this ball. It's too big and no, we're not going for Daisy cutout. So doing it more or less normally is what we need to do. Thankfully, I've done this multiple times before. Because you actually have to do it on the Halloween update. I don't know if you need to do it on the console version, which remember, is essentially now more or less in a separate branch compared to the Halloween update. But yeah. Speaking of, when is Mob Entertainment going to bring the console version of Chapter 2 over to PC so that we have that? Because I'd love to play that version on PC instead of exclusively on my Sony PlayStation 4 Pro with PlayStation VR add-on. Oh yeah, the PSVR by the way. But that isn't really relevant. You can't even play Rec Room on it unless you already have the PS Move, which is required to play Rec Room on PSVR. But it also is optional because you can also play it in flat mode. Yeah, you can just press button and have it lift up, you know, as usual. Wonder what that leads. Yeah, this puzzle isn't hard, you know, just as simple. Just a simple use of all this. Yeah, we just walk over like usual. Hey, another random set of Steam for some goddamn reason. Here we climb up. You know, nothing special. And boom. We're now able to go into Whack-A-Wuggy, which I'm fairly certain is possible to fully beat
You did fantastic.
without running and jumping. Because all you need to do is look around and hit Whack and hit
I'm sure
Woogies.
she already told you that herself. Our next
But
game is Whack-A-Wuggy. Head downstairs and have fun.
Yeah, the thought. Can you do Whack-a-Wuggy skip without running and jumping? Let me try doing that. And, they're already doing this stupid slow. If they... Fun fact, if these objects go too fast, then we wouldn't have been able to use them. And of course they're stuck in the weirdest of angles. How does that even happen? Oh, of course it's the hand. That makes it never enter. Got up, check the angle, and it goes. No, we're not starting the train yet. In this version, you can't even do that. But can you do Whack-a-Wuggy skip? Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
Mommy is so...
What if I just try entering?
Here, Mommy has another hint for you.
What if I just try entering Whack-a-Wuggy normally without doing a reload? What happens? What would happen? That's what I want to know. Is the door closed? Hello there, Shedman. I'm currently trying to beat Poppy Playtime in its entirety without running and jumping. Chapter 1 is impossible only because of the Huggy Chase, because you need to run there. And only there, funny enough. Here they open, but because we never did it normally, yeah. By the way, what I've just done is a skip that allowed me to skip literally the entirety of Whack-A-Wuggy. So let's reload there to see what happens. Oh, we're done. Yeah, they have a checkpoint here for some reason. They didn't need to, but they did.
Hooray! Mommy is so proud.
I don't know why they have a checkpoint at the end of Whack-A-Wuggy, but they do in fact have one. And if you're wondering, no, you can't abuse the tiny height provided by the hand.
Left to play.
It just goes back down. No, a bit up before down. No, it just goes down.
Stay here forever. Though, it's never too late to change your mind.
That's silly. I wonder if at the end of the game we'll use a thingy that like crushes things. Here, we can't reach it normally. But there's stairs, ooh. But oh no, we can't reach it yet, can we? Is there an object I can at least somewhat use? Nothing here. What the Oh. Just yeah, if you manage to get up on top of that somehow, then yeah, you're very much Gucci on that. I'm at the lowest you can do, that being 30 FPS. What about higher, enough to like 240? Like, would that do with the... Oh, of course it does. Why is higher FPS the one that does it? That's really weird. Why higher FPS give the advantage? Here, now we can just lift ourselves up and... There. Back to 30, my favorite FPS. All because you can do a funny. Oh! I fell all the way back down, just trying to show something. Time to increase the FPS to the max. Yet again. And woke up. Showing you the yeah, why that frame rate, I don't know. Hey, we still landed there and yeah, that is a weird thing, but hey. At least give me that section without running and jumping. And literally everything before we could, except for chapter 1's Huggy Chase. Here you obviously would not need to run and jump. Although if you want to skip having to do pushing Barry down, you will need a lot of jumping, but we're not gonna do that. Oh, this section. This is one of my favorites. Kissy Missy is introduced at this point. Yep, there she is. Yep. Gonna bullet lover. Sure, this gate opens slowly, which is intentional, so that you don't see Kissy Missy in more detail. And in fact, fun fact, they literally just copied Huggy Wuggy's model. Like, they just copied it and changed a single material. Or a texture file directly. What? It doesn't infinitely go up? That's something. Here is where the fun occurs. This is Barry. A little cart thing that comes from there. He's here to do stuff. He's here because this is his section. Oh no. I ran out of Chorg. Now I have to go all the way back. Well, not all the way. Yes, they provide vents, so you're not soft locked. Yeah, in this version, and funny enough, the version before, known as the Toys update, that gate will stay open. As soon as you put like the thingy in to open that with the charges, then it will stay open the entire time, which is actually very useful. Since it makes this challenge way easier. The Toys update, I don't know if you know, it's just a little bug fix update that adds a little thing there, and yeah, more or less adds some bug fixes and makes the settings, you know, work. But otherwise, it's essentially the same as the launch version of the game. Well, this DLC, because did I mention the later chapters were sold as DLC? Even though they're separate applications entirely for some reason? Why, I do not know. Do you know? Also, if you're wondering, yes, I am able to read chat, even though there's no chat on screen. It's probably because I also play all the games in like windowed mode. And I'm actually wondering why LEGO games don't have a windowed mode until like a lot later in.
Follow Mommy down the stairs one last time. Hope you had a fun day at the game station. See you next time.
I wonder what will happen. Ah, it opens, it does a... Oh no, it did! Oopsie! Don't worry, we can just put our hands on here and just pull. Nothing special. Here it goes, green. 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 there's two perspectives to this puzzle. The perspective where you like skip all of it. And the perspective where you do it normally. Here, I'll use this to go up. Oh, can't do that, no. Here we do that. We then do it in reverse. We do that. Simple. Fun fact, those aren't required to complete the puzzle. There is, I'm pretty sure, earlier versions where you can just do this. You can just complete the puzzle outright without ever doing all that, but hey. Shouldn't be much. What? What? I'm out of bounds! I'm out of bounds! I forgot you could do that! I forgot you could do that! I forgot crouching is buggy. Buggy and statues. You may be wondering in exact detail why. Like, you're not supposed to be able to clip out of bounds that easily. Like, why does it do that? You can move that? Oh, yeah, they move weirdly? Yeah, that's normal. Don't touch that, because otherwise you'll be flying.
Welcome to Statues. This advanced obstacle course is designed to test your physical endurance and strength. The rules are simple.
Here.
Lights will turn on.
We'll just do something as simple. The minigame, fun fact, hasn't even officially started yet, and we're already paused. Because to break up in it, you just crouch. Why? Abby's beginning the monologue for statues, but that's not what we're doing. Because we could just skip it. I love free speed. She's just going to go. Yep, completely normal. Normal behavior. And yeah, we just go further and further away. She's going to start screaming right now, as normal. She doesn't even get involved until much later on. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, thank God they provided that there. If it would be that would have been a problem, but no. Notice something? We have not ever needed to jump once at all. Or run, in fact. Which is strange. Yeah, we just do that and... Oh, Bunzo, Bunzo, Bunzo. This section truly challenges our skill. Here we got ourselves a Bunzo. But that's not the end of the story. Notice how easily on those empty Bunzo boxes we were able to climb up? They will be key. I will up the frame rate. You're kidding. No, you fucking. Beautiful. Does it? Oh no. Yeah. But hey, look who else we have! Catbee!
Meow, 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 but...
Catbee will help, right? Catbee, don't you do that silly. Use the fact that you're a cardboard cutout to your advantage. Now one of these will be used for it. Of course, they fell in a different spot. No, don't you dare. No, don't you dare, empty Bunzo box. What? Where are you? What? Guys, we lost the Bunzo box. That's what you need to do. Oh yes, I just realized that that was quicker than what Astral Spiff took to do that section in. Oh yeah, did I mention he also did the challenge for like chapter 2? It will do that so that it lines up with it, and yeah.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
We can use our Bunzo box to open here and go through. That is honestly one of the most surprising things we found today. You know what? I prefer the smoother frame rate. I'm gonna go 72 because that's my monitor's frame rate. Here, there's an area that you think would go to, but game said F you, so no. So let's just cross here and, you know, casually do a stroll. Wondering why my hand does that. Here, this pole is not required to do anything. Let's open this gate and you'll see why. It's not required to open the gate. All the pole does is add a gate. He'll do that and boom, that's something. And now, oh look, it's open. Yeah, there's turtle. Yeah, we're totally gonna not fall. Yeah, we fell. Oh yeah, they unload the whole section. Surely going up here to do something wouldn't result in oh, there she is! Finally, she's back!
I asked you to play fair,
Oh, and
you
she doesn't have an
cheated.
instant kill box
Great cheaters!
right now.
Now, we're going to
She just pushes you!
last game.
Nothing special, she just pushes you.
And stay.
Oh yeah, by the way, at that point you have a flashlight.
6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3.
Notice how she said 5 twice? Yeah, that's kind of important too. You think this could be useful? Oh wait, are those barrels useful? Oh, let's use these ones. And we're up. Oh, really? Oh, really, Mob Entertainment? Oh, really? You sneaky dev team. You're so sneaky in doing that. But I found a way around and I'm able to do this. Wow. Nothing special. Oh no, how do we get... Yes! Ramps aren't helpful enough! Here we just do a crouch. Right there it. You'd think the chases would be a problem, right? But if we were to watch Astral Spiff's video, not only were they not, as far as I'm aware, I don't even think you need to do them. Because a certain hole has no collision. Guess what the hole is? Oh wait, wait. They're now trying to push the player. But do boxes disagree? I mean, yes, they do. You may be wondering why we can't collide with them until we're not on them. And this is an intentional move that isn't followed later on with like chapter 3, and where you can't push something to you when it's already at you. Oh no, I don't want to load an autosave. I want to know, does 240 do anything? 240 gives frame rate buffs. If it does. Because here it's not, but does 30 do it? Weirdly, not. Which, hey, makes sense for physics objects. Come on. There you go. Oh. Yeah, this is a skip thingy that you can do. Can't enter yet, right? But no, you can. walls, and she's not getting me there because she never expected me to skip all of her chase sequences while never running or jumping. I didn't jump or run a single time. If you're wondering, oh, how will we go through there? Oh, as if it wasn't obvious already. You can just skip all that because now they're active. I'm pretty sure the lever that activates this is the lever that, well, starts the big chase, but you don't need to do that because we can skip everything. See? We paused. We're fast even if we don't run. Wow. Oh, there she is. Yeah, we can just crouch and go through and pull the lever like nothing ever happened. See? There's a big invisible wall so we can't go closer. Even though it's obviously very close.
It'll make me
Even the hands are affected too.
can't do this to me!
Do you hear that tune? Do you hear that? Only heard it during the stuff sequence, but if you know it, you know that I associate it with the prototype in every way possible. Yeah, that's the prototype's hand. Appearing in, starting in chapter 2, the prototype is more involved at all. Yeah, where's this? Yeah. Do you think we can do a skip here? Oh boy, I hope we can, because look at these objects. Did someone forget to add gravity to them? Oh, that was fast. That went fast real quick. Yeah, we could just make it like that. Yeah. Oh, look, we have a tape. We can put it in and win.
Log code 08502. In release. Experiment 1006. The prototype. A close call occurred this week in which he nearly breached containment. The prototype seemingly disassembled the digital alarm clock within his room and utilized the battery, along with several other components, to create a laser pointer, which he then fired into the security camera, disabling it. These actions allowed him 28.3 seconds completely unmonitored.
Why hasn't that been mentioned? These specific... That feels a lot more important than you think. Has nobody covered that tape? I'm just using one hand and it's going fast. Remember, this is a barrel that for some reason has no gravity. You hear that?
Good. I'll board the train. We need to leave.
Will that work? What if I do this? Yeah, that's a little funny that we like to do. You know, just do that. Even though, like, remember, we didn't run and jump. You were still allowed to crouch. That's part of the rules, that you can still crouch. Otherwise, that's it. But oh no, we can't make it up. I wonder if the cardboard cutout you can help. Why are they there? Oh god, the more this happens, like, what the? How does this happen? Yeah, we do. Boop, 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 because that is something we memorized. Here, it's 1, 2, 4, 3. Yeah, we could start. I gotta open this door for weird consistencies. We can pull that in both close, and now we're chewing. That is chapter 2. Yes, you can beat the entirety of chapter 2 without ever running and jumping. To be honest, chapter 3 I think would be the most interesting challenge out of all. Not only because you're kidding me. No, my god, I forgot that this is not a fan, but we're not going a fan. This is not a fan, this is not a fan. Yeah, if your hands do that, yeah, you're dead. Oh, and this is the last checkpoint in this version. There is no checkpoint after. Wow, I managed to do it. I'll just pull that over and... Hey! The fan moment just lets me show that, yes, just going through normally can let you do it.
What have you done?
The prototype thing is playing... Yep, that's what I call the prototypes theme. I call it the prototypes theme because that is what is played whenever any moment that involves the prototype. Because it plays whenever the prototype is as far somewhere near the player. Probably be an interesting task to make a model of the legs. of the prototype's legs. Well, if you're wondering what legs, like the claw leg thingies that he has. Because, yeah, did I mention that in Chapter 4 we see his that we finally see his legs? Except that it's actually just a shadow. A shadow that, believe it or not, Jessica, that actually just plays a video file. They even do what Steel Wool does, and I kid you not, use several images in a atlas texture, where several images are strung across one large image, so that it can in fact be used. So that it can in fact be used to do things. Wait. Imagine. Nope. Why would it? No, I'm gonna check my phone and make sure it's charging.
Kill her. Good.
Oh, it's only 3%.
You need to leave.
Oh no. I'm sorry. How many Among Us 3D runs are going to be submitted daily? For context, I'm the main moderator of Among Us 3D, which is just the flat mode version of Among Us VR, which I also moderate. Why is Among Us 3D the most popular game? A game like receiving a lot of runs now? I wonder why. Yeah, the slide plays an animation. But then they immediately add an invisible wall, so you can't just go through there. Which, to be honest, makes a lot of sense to have. Because if you were to look at pre-patch chapter 2, specifically the toys update, you know, where you do stuff, you know, pretty sure it's the same. 1, 2, 4, 3, boom. Man, let's just hope finger stimming doesn't cause a problem there. Speaking of, I'll let the phone charge.
I was so scared she'd put me back in that case. But you saved me. You are perfect. Too perfect to lose. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave.
Look at the train.
I've never met anyone like you.
It turned and now the fan won't kill my hands. Yes. Now the train isn't what's moving, it's the background.
Time to figure out
Remember,
exactly what
you
I'm
can't
doing
go through
next.
this wall. There's an invisible wall right here, more than like a window.
But I
It
know
makes sense to
that's
have.
what I need you to do.
Like, it makes sense to have something like that.
We will. What?
It truly does make sense to have something like that. And you know, a game where this is effective. Because, yeah, did I mention this invisible wall there doesn't exist on the PS4 the console version? I would mainly say PS4 because that's what I have. PS4 Pro with PSVR. Warning! high speed. Speaking of it, do you think the prototype caused the train to go too fast? Just heads up, that's an interesting theory. And yeah, this cutscene then plays out. This cutscene, by the way, teases Playcare. Playcare. And then the ending plays. Oh, I can't forget Molly, the obvious dog, is in the credits of Chapter 2, despite committing absolutely nothing. Anyways, I wonder if there's something more special coming up, because remember, Chapter 2 isn't the final chapter, very obviously. Oh, Chapter 1 we know is impossible. Chapter 2 we just proved is fully possible. What about Chapter 3 though? Let's check on Chapter 3 to see how it's doing. Yeah, we're going into Chapter 3. AKA the chapter that's largest in file size. I am not kidding, it is. They introduced that universal logo thing. But there's a game in between Chapter 3 and Chapter 2. That is Project Playtime. But we're not gonna be covering it because the tutorials are too short. And why the hell would we cover them? Oh look, it's the same like little... We do not care about the Smiling Critters intro thing. We want to start playing. Game. Free. Ooh. We're in. Free. Ooh, 30 FPS? Yeah. Well, for the majority of the game, play at 30 FPS. Only in certain sections will we actually use half the frame rate, because that's will be important. Now we're here. Will the game do it? Oh no! We're about to die because we didn't jump. Look! Death right there. Yeah, the game actually kills you there. And it's... Why did you reload? Oh yeah, don't worry, we don't have to watch that entire sequence all over again. To be honest, graphically, Chapter 3 is my favorite chapter graphically. No! We weren't quick enough! We weren't quick enough before the trigger activated! Oh no! We got up, but we didn't do it quick enough. Aw, shucks, we did. Please, please. No way, but, uh-oh. Guys. We got past that. Yo, we did it. We got past that. Yo, there's the yellow hand that's just there. Now we can lift ourselves up and... Hey. Yeah, what do we take? Blue. We make it on here. We then actually go on here. So that we can do that, and yeah, that's a really interesting thing. Remember, crouching is allowed per the rule set. Also, I hope you like my weird graphics that I set up for myself. Here is this one. And where, oh no, how will we get by? They didn't extend the trigger far enough. They seriously didn't. I am not kidding. They did extend the kill trigger far enough. Fall into the funny. Wait for it to go down. This is also the first section where dying does not reload your game. What? They extended it there? Huh. Yeah, I think there's a way to beat that. Is the right side safe? No, it's not! has no collision! The pipe! Why the heck has no collision? The pipe has no collision. What in the actual hell? That is ridiculous. The pipe has no collision. Of course I guess get ground collision and do the funny. If there's a safer way to do that, then that is valuable. Like, we have ideas. And that's the wrong time to just stop moving there. Wrong time. Yeah, shocker. You may be wondering how in the actual is going on. Can't walk between them. Like, you just can't. You have to abuse the fact that you can only do that while they're going up, and in between that. So there's no safe spot there. There's never one. See, a death trigger. Remember, does 15 FPS cause a funny? Like how it breaks other shit? Imagine if I discovered when to bypass that trigger. Remember, we're using that. What's causing that to be there to begin with? I have ideas. That there we know provides safety. Those bottoms don't. Obviously the cylinders provide safety. That's literally what they're supposed to do. But, the pipe is safe. That pipe. Why is that pipe safe? But not the later pipe. This pipe is not. There's no goddamn collision. No! You cannot be kidding me. If you make that, then there's a safe spot you could somewhat land on. Oh my god, is this section possible without jumping? What? I just missed! What? But I have a theory. I have ideas. I have an idea. What's your opinion on stray collision objects that are just there? Yep, up there, up there. What's the order they came out of? What? Then what was giving collision? I need to research this immediately. What the hell was giving collision? I know it's there. I really need view mode collision on. What? Okay, it's very precise. I found the stray bit of collision that causes that. Oh, a bit too early. Oh, really? How wide is the collision end? What is even going on? Oh, I need to be very careful and time my timings insanely precise just so I can do it. What causes the stray collisions? I need to know. Wait, I have a question. Does collision exist there in the launch version? That's what I want to know. I do have the launch version on hand, where optimization is much worse, but I do have it. Yes, I'm gonna load the last checkpoint. Oh, I forgot. It's on in this version. The pipe never had collision to begin with? That I did not know. I did not know the pipe did not have collision back then. Someone better look at this section later. I want to do some other things. Anyways. Hey. Someone better look at this section later on because that be something. But anyways, I will do this section normally. Well, so far, it was just that. Anyways, now that we've passed that, well, if someone figures out how to do it and gets the gear, then that would tie that up, but, is this bit possible? Oh no! Because, no, because why would it? Fortunately, you need a jump here. Oh no, you need one? Well, you need some jumps there, but Oh no, that whole section. There you need to do that on. Holy. Here we have this, wait. No way! We might have a solution. We could fly. We could prop fly. Prop fly would probably help. Prop fly would make that section possible.
Alright.
I need to test that right now.
Spare no details.
I need to know.
All the children.
Will prop fly do that section justice?
Not sure happened. I know.
I just had the weirdest thought. I'd probably be a bit hard to explain though, so we'll just ignore it for now. Put that in and
Hey, can you hear me?
how though?
I'm kinda lost. I don't want you to die, so I'm gonna help you. Check this out. Look at the tube thing on the back wall. Ready? Boom! You can use that battery to open the door.
Oh yeah, I sure will.
Whoa! Did you do that? I guess that's where Catnap found you. I know you're probably mad at Poppy for not letting you escape, but she needs you. We need you. You are our mission. Together, we can save a lot of people, including you. Lake here is straight ahead. It's the home of Catnap, one of the smiling critters. There used to be
I can
8 of
hold
them.
on to that and
Now it's
yeah,
just
from
him.
there we can
Here is his church. His
do that.
hunting ground. Whatever he wants it to be.
The save occurred there, so that's set in stone, but
And by the way,
prop fly I will need to test later on. In fact, I should probably make a segmented run for that. If you're wondering, oh, what about this tram? You don't need to run in the tram moves you! If you're wondering, oh, can we prop fly and, like, skip it? Like, if we manage to, like, enter the tram without the tram being there, the tram would be there, but not the exterior of Playcare. The main environment that was teased in Chapter 2 and is the main environment of Chapter 3. Also, Chapter 3 is the largest in file size. I am not kidding, it is. Also, I have a theory. This game was originally going to use streaming levels, But that was changed to no longer use streaming levels, but instead use direct level persistent levels instead. Mainly a set of persistent levels you will travel between two, but of which streaming levels will still exist for, so that it is there, so that loading can probably be done more in a fashionable way.
What one thing do you think it needs more?
Man,
Money.
that section is heartbreaking,
I can never get any.
but if we do some
The
testing,
common man has lost it. Each answer was different, and I could perhaps see some little truth in each. But I think each was also missing something.
then we have ideas.
Simple. You see, not one of them.
I have ideas.
Mine. A smile is hope. A smile is love. A smile is understanding. And there is nothing more gratifying to my soul than being the reason for a child's...
I'll bump it up to 30 for y'all convenience. Just know I won't play at 30 the entire time. I will mostly play at 30.
A better world. One where our children need not be afraid. One where they are protected. After all, this company and its toys are nothing without them. These children deserve to smile. They deserve to love. And they deserve a
Imagine just walking because of the clip.
That is why it is with enormous
clip.
pleasure
No clip.
that as the
No
founder
clip.
of Playtime
Can't clip out
I
there.
announce Playcare, our very own on-site orphanage. But it's not only that. It's a school, a playhouse, a place to belong. Our very own ecosystem beneath the surface, dedicated in every inch and detail to ensuring a child's smile. Its teachers and counselors, mothers and fathers, until such a time they have all of that in you. May Playcare bring joy, inspiration, and smiles to all who enter these doors. For what gives life its meaning if not a smile?
It's me again, Ollie. Cool place, right? The kids used to live here. Now look at it. Anyways, do you see that statue in the middle of the room? Take the stairs that go under it. There's a really cool room in there that powers literally all of Playcare. I can give you a key down there. So, you got the key. Now the question you're probably asking yourself is, where does it go? Well, head back out, and you should find a door just to the left of the cable car you took down here. Welcome to the gas production zone, the beating heart of the whole evil Playcare system. All that gas you see coming from the machine is made right here in the factory. It's called the red smoke. Right
This is
now,
what we
it's all
want to
headed
see
out
if
to
it's
the right.
possible
We
in
need to
that
make
first
red
level
smoke go
thingy.
left instead. That's
Just
how we can get to him.
Outright
The machine will
flying.
probably have a few dumb safeguards for you to work around, but I think you can do it. I'll call you when it's done.
what's this? So, yeah, we're given a new hand, by the way. Surely it won't be as insignificant as anything much, right? What the... If we do a prop fly there, then that will, we did the prop fly at the beginning, and prove that you can be, while doing that, then that is peak. Ooh, this is where we difficulty. But, if you're wondering, no, I will not consider usage of the purple hand, which gives you height, as something that will be used, as something that is considered jumping. I wouldn't consider it as that. Yeah, this one's interesting because you can... Oh no! The power went bye-bye! Do not worry. We have a solution for you. I really need to look into things. Mainly, I need to look into, well, if we can prop fly there, because that will be very useful. Here, you could still jump, but you'd lose the ability to run. However, the challenge does not allow running to begin with, so it is completely ineffective.
This morning, as of 9:45 a.m., local authorities report that the body of a young boy has been found on the estate of the late Elliot Ludwig, an esteemed toy maker and originator of the Playtime company. At this time, an identity for the child awaits official confirmation. Found in an upstairs bedroom in a large duffel bag, officers on scene report that the remains appear to have been disturbed. Organs as well as key bones from the skeletal structure. Events, Playtime Co. was asked for any comment regarding the discovery. This is what they had to say. Quote, "It's sickening. Elliot Ludwig was a great man, and those who knew him
Oh, is there a phone? Oh, there it is.
You need to run.
What the?
Despite Playtime's proclamation of Ludwig's innocence,
You really think I would get scared by that? I'm just dramatically reacting for y'all. What? I wasn't running! How is that noticeable?
Get up. Get up.
tape player? A TV model I recognize. I recognize that boy from the start of chapter 1.
Greetings, employees, and welcome to your first day here in Playtime. We're certain that in the days to come, you'll find your new family here every bit as loving and supportive as your own. Feel free to wander the halls, sit in the mess for lunch, or watch our children play and learn to their little hearts' content. Join the innovationists where the bounds of science are continuously pushed, or join the counselors of Playcare whose diligence and care for our children will help shape a brighter future. Just you see. Now, every one of you has your part in that future, so should you come back tomorrow feeling unhappy for where you are or what you've done, worry not, for your supervisor is here and happy to listen. And should you come back years later, your conscience finally getting the better of you, may you descend into the dark and the dust, finding all that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors, each hungry for your return, each eager that they might find you. Perhaps they'd smile at you from a shadow, their smiling mouths full of teeth and meat and plastic, watching and waiting patiently for their turn at a warm welcome. Or perhaps they won't allow you such time to figure your place in the world you'd left, a world that's theirs now. Welcome home.
There we go. Well, now we're here in HSH. Of course she's always static. Why wouldn't it? Did I just naturally jump that? Oh god, my brain. Remember, no jumping. We will probably need to do a part 2, but, hey, at least this was somewhat of a stream. Thank you all for coming. That is all. See y'all.